All right, I'm back. My microphone is messing up. Is it good? All right, sorry, but we have some Ultimate Team news here with FC 26. I'm a little late to wait. When did it come out? 6 days ago. I was on a family vacation, so I'm back. But I'm interested in seeing, and I stayed away from watching it just like when I was on vacation because I really wanted to see with y'all what updates they made. Obviously, every year, this is one of the most controversial modes in all sports games. I said it before and I'll say it again. I personally don't have an issue with it because I ain't out there spending thousands of dollars. Actually, last year, at the most, I think I spent like 300 total in the whole year. $300 in Ultimate Team. I play online. I do squad battles. I play online, and I just rack up my coins there. And actually, in the SBCs, I do all that. And I pulled a 97 overall Pele. Icon Pele. I pulled him 97 or 96, something like that. Pele, I got him. I got other great cards, and I only spent $300. And then the funny part is, I spent like $300 in the beginning season of Ultimate Team. Didn't really get much, and so I was just playing online. And like I said, the better you get at the game, you can just keep play and collect, play squad battles, collect, do the SBCs and collect. And yeah, my team was good. I can hey, and I always encourage people, if you don't want to spend money, there are other ways. That's one thing I always will defend EA on. There are other ways to get great cards. Will it be longer sometimes or a lot of times than actually just spending money? Sure. But I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna have a bill of playing Ultimate Team. That's just not gonna happen. I'd rather just play and get some cards later than others. I can live with that. And every now and then I pull a great card. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what they do with this here. The biggest, I guess, info I want to see is if they bring it up is the rush mode in Ultimate Team. I liked rush mode last year. The issue was it's very repetitive. The same outfits, the same map. It's like if you're gonna remove Volta, can you please put like Volta maps in Rush, where it's in different locations, Paris. There's all this other like the way Volta used to be. Can you put those features in Rush mode? We can get clothes and all that stuff from. I like the idea of Rush, but I hate the fact they removed a lot of Volta content and just put a regular, Ultimate Team outfit, regular stadium. I hated that. So hopefully they talk about that here. I ain't going to front. If they don't, I'll be disappointed. I'm not even going to front. I already like the mode. I play it as it is. It ain't much. I'm looking for it to be updated. I mean, less time at getting a better team. I guess that, but like I ain't complaining. But rush mode is the big thing for me. So let's see.
Ultimate Team for FC26. An exciting expansion of FUT's competitive structure with live events, including gauntlets and the return of tournaments, introducing more ways to compete and earn rewards. A revamp of Rivals and Champs, including the removal of qualifiers and the addition of a second tier of Weekend League. Huge improvements to disconnects on draws, plus repeatable evos and
Wait.
overhauled
Go back.
gameplay
Disconnect.
experience, and the addition of a second tier of Weekend League.
To be real, I never played FUT Champs. I'm going to do that this year. Actually put some time into it and go and see how far I can go. I only played Divisions and, move up in Rivals with Divisions, but I never played Champs. This will be my first time. But Disconnection.
Huge improvements to disconnects on draws, plus...
Please punish those dudes and give the one who didn't disconnect the win. Bro, I'm glad he brought that up because I forgot about that. That is a big issue I deal with. A huge issue. When you're in them games where it's already long and hard to score and all that stuff, and then it's 1-0. I have a 1-0, and like near the end, or like even somewhere in the game, midway or whatever, someone else scores one, and it's even out 1-1. They're so scared to lose the game that they just leave on a draw because I always say this because they know they got away with one. They didn't score that off a skill. I just made a mistake and they scored off that. They've been locked down the whole time, and so because they got away with one, they're like, okay, I'm just gonna leave because this guy's gonna score on me and I don't want him to win. That's a bum move. I hate when people play bummy like that. It's like finish the match. Stop being scared. But I'm glad it's going to be addressed here. Hopefully, it's the one who didn't leave gets the win, and some huge punishment happens for those who do that. I ain't gonna say I almost thought like lose in-game currency. I ain't gonna do that because sometimes disconnections happen because of internet issues. You know, I've had that sometimes. If you ever played against me and I disconnect, it only happened twice ever. If you ever saw me disconnect, it's not me leaving. It's because my internet just shut off and I gotta fix it. But yeah, so outside of that, just give them the loss. Just make it easy. Give them a loss and maybe like a punishment for like 30 minutes. I don't know, but make sure the person who didn't leave, that's the biggest thing. Give them the win. You know, because that's a really bum move to leave in a draw.
Repeatable
Because you're
evos
scared.
and
That's all it is,
an
you're
overhauled
scared.
gameplay experience powered by community feedback and tuned specifically for Ultimate Team.
Oh,
Let's
Rush
kick
is
off
not
with live
mentioned.
events,
Oh,
a new
no.
home for a variety of competitions.
Is Rush
starting
even
with the
coming
return
back?
of tournaments. Backed by popular demand, tournaments are high-stakes knockout football at its best, with winners advancing and losers getting sent back to the
I don't
lobby.
think I ever played tournaments.
Tournament
I guess I only
matchmaking
did
ensures
Rivals.
you'll always face an opponent in the same round as you, guaranteeing intense matchups every step of the way. You'll compete for unique, tournament-specific rewards and have regular opportunities to experience the intensity and glory of knockout football throughout the season. Gauntlets are a new live event designed to test your club depth, making every one of your players more important and challenging your ability to compete with different squads. Each gauntlet consists of a set number of matches. But here's the catch. You must use a completely new squad every single match. Unlike
Hold on.
tournaments, you won't get knocked
It was a loud siren going by.
out when you lose, but the more wins you get, the better your
Wait, go
rewards
back.
will
What
be.
did he say? The siren, I could barely hear. It
Making
was
every
loud.
one of your players more important and challenging your
truck going
ability
by.
to compete with different squads. Each gauntlet consists of a set number of matches. But here's the catch. You must use a completely new squad every single match. Unlike tournaments, you won't get knocked out when you lose, but the more wins you get, the better your rewards will be.
Interesting. Okay.
Live events are also
gotta try
replacing and reinventing friendlies. Live events, including gauntlets and tournaments, can have squad requirements, house rules, and newly added entry requirements, allowing you to qualify for events by completing objectives, such as winning a qualifier tournament. We've also made big changes to Rivals and Champs based on your feedback. Bounties are the first huge addition to Rivals. One-game objectives that pop up every few matches and give you a chance at immediate rewards. Complete the challenge and you'll earn weekly reward points, accelerated progress, season pass points, or even packs. Bounties won't always be about the win, with challenges like score the first goal giving you a chance to earn rewards regardless of the match result. Checkpoints
That's
have
cool. I
also
like
been
that.
improved to help players who felt stuck in difficult divisions, with the addition of limited checkpoints, which allow relegation after a set number of losses. We heard your feedback, and Champions playoffs are no more. In FC 26, you'll qualify for Champions directly by reaching a high enough division and earning Champions qualification points.
Yeah, I've never
And for
played
those lower
Champs. I
division
gotta do that
players,
this year. I've
we're
qualified
introducing
multiple times.
challenges.
I just didn't pay attention
A
to
second
it.
tier of champions that allows people of different skill levels to experience the thrill of Weekend League. But don't worry, champions will still be the pinnacle, with stiffer competition and better rewards. We're building on
wonder
our
how
improvements
hard.
in FC
Oh, wait, here we
25
go.
regarding disconnects. We know your stance and we agree. Players shouldn't be able to take wins away from you by quitting early.
Thank you.
We also know when these quits typically happen and when they're the most frustrating. Late in a game, after a red card, or before a penalty. In FC 26, if the score is tied and your opponent disconnects in any of these situations, not just by the menu, but by any method, you will receive the win.
That's what I like to
Evolutions
see.
are changing based on your
Don't let
feedback
these
as well.
bums mess up your
In
game.
FC 26, some evos will be repeatable,
And I don't usually say
similar
that
to how
word,
it
but
works.
it is. That's a bummy mentality to mess up the other person's win that way. Not by actually winning the game, but by being scared because you don't want your opponent to get the victory. That's, nah. I'm glad that's a
With
bummy
SBCs and
attitude. I'm glad it's
objectives.
getting,
Cosmetic
the
evos
other
will
guy
now
who
also
stayed is
stack,
getting rewarded.
and you'll be able to maintain the look of some evos so you can still boost the player's ratings without losing existing visuals. The Ultimate Edition comes with one extra evo slot, meaning you'll be able to evo 2 players at once from the very beginning of the year. We know these details matter, and each will make the Ultimate Team experience better, but the most fundamental change, and the one you've been the most vocal about, is gameplay. Ultimate Team now has its very own gameplay experience called competitive gameplay. It's tuned to maximize 3 things: responsiveness, consistency, and control. and it's designed to deliver the fast, dynamic, and attacking football you've been asking for. We mentioned quicker passing, more fluid dribbling, fewer AI blocks and tackles, fewer bounce backs, and more responsive animations in our gameplay deep
bro, when I be hitting
there
the
are
pass
even
and it
more
takes
ways
like a
competitive
2-second
gameplay
delay,
is tuned to
I
player
hate when they
control
do that
and
because now the
responsiveness.
defender's there to get it.
You'll see fewer goals from keeper rebounds. Although this happens in real life, we know it's a frustrating way to concede, and it feels out of your
it
control.
happens too much.
That's the exact feeling competitive gameplay is aimed at.
Too much when they block it every
Player
time to
stamina
the
is
opponent
also
to
being
hit it
treated
back while your
differently.
goalie's on the floor.
As your players tire, they'll remain just as explosive and agile, but only when you're controlling them, to reward active defending and player switching. One-touch passes are also more responsive. Now, passes can sometimes be triggered in as little as one frame before receiving the ball, making your players more reactive to split-second decisions you make. Each of these changes makes the game feel more responsive and encourages you to be in control, which is the feeling we want you to have when you play Ultimate Team this year. Ultimate Team is about you, the players you love, your tactics, your favorite modes, the choices you make as you play.
So nothing
And we
on
hope that
Rush
by
mode, that's
expanding
disappointing.
FUT's competitive structure with more ways to compete,
Maybe they got rid of
improving
it. I
core
don't know.
parts
I
of the
guess
FUT
we'll have to find out
experience,
when the game comes
and
out.
introducing competitive gameplay that you'll feel in control, on and off the pitch. Look out for more FUT info in the pitch notes right after this and on our social channels. Pre-order the FC26
I have to
Ultimate
look at
Edition
the
now
pitch notes.
to get an icon today in FC25, plus a debut icon in FC26 at launch, up to 6,000 FC points, an extra EVO slot, and more.
All right, well, I am grateful for the whole disconnect because I totally forgot about that. That is an issue I had. It is the most frustrating thing. Imagine playing so hard throughout the time. You cannot score. They can't score. It's literally a stalemate throughout the whole time. You finally score, and let's say something happens. Like my situation, my controller, I have to charge my wires here, but my battery died, and I have to rush to put it in there. And by the time I put it in to charge my controller, he scores. And what does he do? He literally disconnects, and it's a draw. I should have won that game. As you can tell, I'm still salty about that. But I'm so glad. I am so glad, bro. Bro, that is ridiculous, dude. That is such a... Why play competitive games if you can't stay competitive? If you can't be, like, bro, respect... anyway, I'm glad. So that made me happy. As much as I'm disappointed they didn't talk about Rush, I'll look at the pitch notes on my own and see what's up with that. Maybe they bring it up. If they do, I'll tell you about it. But... I'm very happy with that disconnect part. That one, yeah, that was needed. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I'll see you later.